Donald Trump appeals $454 million judgment in New York civil fraud case. Donald Trump has appealed his $454 million New York civil fraud judgment, challenging a judge's finding that he lied about his wealth as he grew the real estate empire that launched him to stardom and the presidency. The former president's lawyers filed notices of appeal Monday, asking the state's mid-level appeals court to overturn Judge Arthur Engoron's Feb. 16 verdict in Attorney General Letitia James's lawsuit and reverse staggering penalties that threaten to wipe out Trump's cash reserves. Trump's lawyers wrote in court papers that they're asking the appeals court to decide whether Engoron committed errors of law and/or fact, and whether he abused his discretion or acted in excess of his jurisdiction. Trump's appeal won't automatically halt enforcement of the judgment. The Republican presidential frontrunner has until March 25th to secure what's known as a stay, a legal mechanism pausing collection while he appeals. Trump would receive an automatic stay if he puts up money, assets, or an appeal bond covering what he owes. Trump's lawyers could also ask the appeals court to grant a stay without obtaining a bond or with a bond for a lower amount. In a statement issued through a spokesperson, Trump lawyer Alina Habba addressed only the appeal itself, saying, "We trust that the appellate division will overturn this egregious fine and take the necessary steps to restore the public faith in New York's legal system." Engoron found that Trump, his company, and top executives, including his sons Eric and Donald Trump Jr., schemed for years to deceive banks and insurers by inflating his wealth on financial statements used to secure loans and make deals. Among other penalties, the judge put strict limitations on the ability of Trump's company, the Trump Organization, to do business. If upheld, Engoron's ruling will force Trump to give up a sizable chunk of his fortune. Engoron ordered Trump to pay $355 million in penalties, but with interest, the total has grown to nearly $454 million. That total will increase by nearly $112,000 per day until he pays. Trump's lawyer, Christopher Kise, said after the verdict that the former president was confident the appeals court will ultimately correct the innumerable and catastrophic errors made by a trial court untethered to the law or to reality. Trump wasn't able to appeal the decision immediately because the clerk's office at Engoron's courthouse had to file paperwork known as a judgment to make it official. If Trump were to pay the penalty at this stage instead of obtaining a stay, the money would be held in a court escrow account while the appeal plays out. If the court overturns the verdict, the money would be returned to Trump. Trump's lawyers have already gone to the appellate division at least 10 times to challenge Engoron's prior rulings, including during the trial in an unsuccessful bid to reverse a gag order and $15,000 in fines for violations after Trump made a disparaging and false social media post about a key court staffer. Trump's lawyers have long argued that some of the allegations are barred by the statute of limitations, contending that Engoron failed to comply with an appellate division ruling last year that he narrow the scope of the trial to weed out outdated allegations.